Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you guys are new, and in this video I am going to be solving the data manipulation part of paper 2 from May 2019. If you want to check the rest of the paper, go check my other videos out, and without further ado, let's continue. Task 1, the evidence document has been done. In the previous video, I added in my name, sector number, and candidate number into my evidence document, and I also added in my candidate number to the file name and saved this as a Word document. Task 2 has also been done in the previous video with the task 1, and now let's go to page 6 so we can do the data manipulation part, the databases. Task view databases. You're now going to prepare some reports. Make sure all currency values display the same currency symbol and are set to 2 decimal places. Using a suitable data package, import the file GT19book.csv. Use the file names and data types. These are the following field names and data types. We have to see if they are correct. If they are not, we have to change. And some of them tell us to format, some don't. So yeah. Set the book reference as primary key and save the data. Evidence 6. Place in your evidence document some screenshots evidencing the field names and data types used in the table. I will open Access and I will import GT19 books, but first I will create a database. Just close this. First I will create a database, and the name you give this database doesn't really matter. You create a database and we just choose the location where we want to save this, and we create this. Now we have to import the file GT19 books. So to import, go to external data, new data source from file, and we choose text file. From here we will go to our source files. We will open the file GT19 books. We will go next, and we here tick the boxes as first row contains field names, and make sure that in this section the comma is chosen because this is a CSV, so it's a comma separated value. We go to next. We will check the field types for each field. So the title, author are both text, so you can see that this is text, this is also text. Book reference is an integer, a number. Class code, input, and publisher group are all text. This is text, and text. Rank, it's a long integer. Volume is also integer. These are integers, numbers, integer. We can see it here. RRP and ACE-RP are both currency, and we can see that this is not currency, this is double, so it will change from double to currency. ASAP we also have to change to currency. Binding is short text, and pub date is date and time. You can see that this is date with time. The format we will then do separately. We go next, and we have to choose our own primary key, which is the book reference. So choose my own primary key, and we choose book reference, and we go next, and we just save this. Close this. Now we have imported the table into our database. We'll have to change the format of the date to DDMMMYYY. So for this, we go to Home, View, Design View. Here we will choose Pub Date, we choose this folder here, and we go to Format. And in the format, we can choose from here. And if they don't have the format here, we can write in, but they do have the format. So we just write in and go to our normal view. We just save the changes, and now we can see that the date format has changed. Evidence 6. Place in your evidence document screenshots evidencing the field names and data types used in the tables. We again go into design view, and we just take a screenshot of this. And to take the screenshot, I will use the snipping tool, and I'll just take a screenshot of this. I will copy and paste this into my evidence document and place this under evidence 6. 22. Import the file GT19 Junior as a new table in your database. Set class code as primary key and create a one-to-many relationship between class code in the genre table and class code in the books table. So first we will import the genre, and they don't give us any specific format for any specific field, so just let it be how it is. We go again to external data, but first let me just get back to normal view. Go to external data, new data source from file, text file, and we will browse. And from the source file, we will choose the file name that they give us. Click on OK and just continue. First row contains field names. Make sure that this is in commas again. Next, and we have to choose our own primary key, which is the class code. And just go next, and we save this. Here we have our second table. Have to create a one-to-many relationship between the class code in the gen table and class code in the books table. So to create a relationship, all tables must be closed. Then we go to database tools, relationships, and we choose our two tables. So now we will drag the class code from the gen table to the class code of the books table. Just drag this like this. This window will appear. We can check here that the relationship type is one-to-many, and that is what they asked us for. And we have to take a screenshot of this for evidence 7. Just take a screenshot of this, copy and paste this under evidence 7. Just to create. Now we have a one-to-many relationship, and we just close this. And we have to change the changes. 23. Create a columnar data entry form using fields from the books table, which includes only the fields book reference, class code, title, imprint, publishing date, binding, volume, and ASAP. Includes a suitable form title in or large underlined font. Make sure that the layout has consistent alignment and spacing. All field names and data are fully visible. So to create a form, we'll just open the table. Go to create form user, and I will choose the books table. And from it, I have to include the book reference, class code, title, imprint, publication date, binding, volume, and ASP. I've included book reference, class code, title, imprint, publication date, binding, volume, and ASP, which is what they asked for. Just go next. This is a columnar data entry. Columnar. I have included a suitable title, you can see, but I still have to change this to a large font and underlined. For this, I will go to design view, and I will just select this. I'll go to home, and I will increase the size of the font. I'll also increase the width of the text box, and I will underline this. Let me just go to form view. And I have this underline and in a big font. Make sure that the layout has consistent alignment and spacing. All field names and data are fully visible. We have here excess space, so I will just edit this. So I have decreased unnecessary space, and I also brought them a little closer. Use a form created in step 23 to enter the following details as a new record. So to type in as a new record, we just select the arrow with a star, and this will take us to a blank record, and we just type in the details. I will just copy paste because for me it's easier this way. Check your data entry for errors. I will just check even though I copy pasted. It's always good to check. Make sure all data is fully visible and save the data. Place in your evidence document a screenshot showing this data in your form. So we will just take a screenshot of this, and we'll place this under evidence 8. Just close, and I will just save the changes. 25. Using fields from the books table, produce tabular report that selects the record where title includes the text night, volume is more than 6,000, imprint does not include Proton. We will do this part in the query. Contains a new field called sales value, which is calculated at runtime and displayed with the same currency formatting as our RP and ASP fields. This field will multiply the volume field by the ASP field. This is also done in the query. Shows only the fields title, imprint, publishing date, binding, volume, ASP, sales value in this order with the tools displayed in full. We do this while we're doing the report. Sorting it into ascending order and descending, we also do this in the report. Orientation, we also do in the report. This is also in the report. This is also in the report. Okay, so we have to do this two things. This is actually in order, so these are the only two things we have to do in the query. We will create query wizard and choose a symbol query wizard, and we will choose the books table. I will include the field's title, imprint, publication date, binding, volume, ASP, sales value, which is the one we are going to create in the query. And to create the sales value, we need the volume and the ASP field. We already have the ASP field and volume, so we just do next. It's a detail. Next, here we have our query. Select the records where the title should include the text night. For this, we will go into design view. In the criteria of title, we write in like, we do speech marks, a star, we write in night, and we do the star again, and we enter the speech marks. We enter this, so speech marks star, the word that we want, stars, and again speech marks. Volume is more than 6,000, more than 6,000. Imprint does not include Proton. For this not to include Proton, it means that it should not be Proton, it should be other than Proton, it should be different than Proton. Different in access is like this, and we just type in Proton, run this. Now we here have values that are more than 6,000. We here only have the words that contain night, and we don't have anything that contains Proton. We have to create a new field called sales value, which is the volume multiplied by ASP. You go to design view here, and I will use the builder, and this will be volume times ASP, and I will just create, and I will change the name to sales value, and I will run this, and you can see you have here this. They say in the beginning that all currencies should be displayed in the same symbol. They have the same symbol, but it should be 2 decimal places. So I will format this to be 2 decimal places. Go here on decimal places, and we choose 2. Run this, and we now have only 2 decimal places, and we can do the same for the ASP. Right now all of them have 2 decimal places. Now we have to produce the report, which includes the title, imprint, publication date, binding, volume, ASP, and sales value in this order with data and labels displayed in full, and we should not group the data. To create the report, we go to create report wizard, just save the query, and make sure that we are choosing from the query. Then we just select all of them. Next, don't have to group anything. Now we have to sort the data into ascending order of binding, and descending order of volume. It has a page orientation of landscape, and it fits on a single page wide, and this is a tabular report. Go on to next. Includes only the text high volume book sales as a title displayed in a large font size top of the page. I will copy this and paste here. We now have here our report, and I will close the print preview. I'll go to layout view. Fits on a single page wide. I will just arrange this because here some things are not seen very well. Has your name, center number, and Kenyan number in the footer of the report, so it displays on every page. For this, we go into design view, and we choose the page footer. We add in a box. They don't say where it should display, if it is in the right, in the middle, in the left, so I will just display it in the left. You can see that my name, center, my Kenyan number is being displayed here. Now print out to make sure that you have entered name, center, and Kenyan number on your report. We have. Now I will print this as a PDF. And I will name this printout 2. 26. Export the report created in step 25 in rich text format. Save the exported file in your work area. Place an evidence document screenshot to show the exported file saved in your work area. Make sure there is evidence of the file type. So I have to export this to Word, and from there I will change this to a RTF rich text format. To export, we go to external data, go to more, and select Word, and this will export the selected object to rich text format. We go here and we choose our location where we want to save. I will choose desktop, and I will just keep on the same name. Make sure that the type is RTF, and we save this. We do OK. Now if we go to the area we saved, we can see the document here, and this is RTF. We have to take a screenshot and place this into the evidence document, and I will paste this under evidence 9. I'll just close this. 27. Using fields from both tables, produce a table report that selects the records where book gen is children or young adult, rank is 400 or less, binding is paperback. So we do this in the query. We here forgot to. I will just increase the font of this. I have increased the font size, and I will just save this as printout 2. Fits on a single page, includes only the text of writing your fiction as a title display in larger font at the size of the top of the page. Calculates the total number of books in the selection and positions this number under the binding column. Has a labeled number of books to the left of this value and has a name set number and can number on the report. Save and print your report. I will go home. I'll go to create query wizard, simple, and I will choose this from both tables. The first that I should include is the title, then author, then I have to include book gen and rank, which are in the gen table, and the rank is in the books table. Select them, the next. I'll just finish this. Here we have our query. Now the book gen should be children or young adults. I'll go to home, view, design view, and in the criteria of general, I will type in children in speech marks or young adults. If I do run, we only have in the book gen children's and young adults. The rank is 400 or less. In the rank, it should be less or equal to 400. You can see that we only have less or equal to 400 in the rank. And the binding should be paperback. I forgot to include the binding, so I will include it now. I click on this arrow here, and which is binding from the books table. Binding is paperback. We type in here, and we run this. We have paperback here. Go on to the report. We create report wizard to save the query, and I will select this, and I will choose the binding now. Book gen and rank. I don't have to group the data. Sorts the data into ascending order of rank. Ascending of rank. Next. Has a page orientation of portrait. This is also tabular. It includes only the text top ranking used fiction as a title displayed in larger fonts at the top. So the title, and here we have our report. I will have to display this in a large font. will just arrange this. Calculate the total number of books in the selection. Position this under the binding column. Just right click, total binding, count records. This will display this here, and now I have to display a label of the number of books to the left of this value. I will go into design view, increase this, insert a text box to the left, and I will type in the number of books. Now if we go to our layout view, you can see the number of books is inserted to the left. Has a name set number kind number on the report. They don't say where, so I'm just going to insert it in the header. Insert the text box. It has my name, set number kind number. I'm just going to bring this a little down. Save and print your report. Print out 3. Make sure that you have entered your name, center number, candidate number on your report. We have our name, center number here, and I am going to print this. Evidence 10. Place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the database formula used to calculate the number of books. To see this, we exit the print preview. We go to view, design view, and we just have to take a screenshot of this formula over here, like this. Copy and paste this under evidence 10. Now I'm just going to Control Z so this goes normal again. Recommend 2 changes that could be made to improve the efficiency and ease of use of your database. Justify your choices. 4 points, 1 for what I mentioned and 2 for the explanation. Type your recommend with reasons since your evidence document using no more than 100 words. I already typed in so it saved time. A drop-down menu would be good so it saves time to choose the options, and a navigation button so it's easier to navigate in between. Looks like we have done the database. Go check my other video for the mail merge and see you next time.